Rain poured relentlessly over the small town of Lakemont, soaking the cracked roads and flickering streetlights. In a dusty corner garage at the edge of town, 28-year-old mechanic Aeon wiped grease off his hands and shut the shop for the day. His day had been slow, just a few minor repairs and not enough to cover rent. But Aeon never complained. Life hadn't given him much, but it had taught him to be grateful for what he had: his honesty, his skills, and a heart that still believed in goodness. As he rolled down the shop shutters, he heard a faint clink, 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 the sound of a bicycle chain struggling to move. A slim woman in a drenched business suit pushed a sleek silver bike, limping toward his garage. "Excuse me," she said, her voice calm but tired. "My chain broke. Do you think you could?" Aeon looked up. The woman didn't seem like she belonged here. Elegant watch, clean manicured hands, designer shoes ruined by mud. Still, her eyes weren't proud. They were tired, searching. "Sure," he said, unlocking the shutter again. "Let me take a look." Inside, Aeon quickly diagnosed the problem. Chains misaligned and the rear derailleurs bent. "Been riding on a rough path." The woman gave a faint smile. "You could say that." She watched him work, the way his hands moved with purpose, each action precise and respectful, never rushing. "So," he asked, breaking the silence, "what brings you through this part of town?" She hesitated, looking for something, maybe someone, not sure yet. He chuckled. "Sounds like you're on a quest." "You could say that too." As he fixed the bike, they talked, about books, about music, about dreams. Aeon told her how he once wanted to study engineering but had to drop out when his father died. She told him her name was Zoya. Just Zoya, no last name. By the time the bike was ready, the rain had slowed to a drizzle. She took out her wallet, but Aeon waved it off. "On the house." "Why?" "Because you look like you needed a break today." Zoya stared at him for a long moment. No one had ever said that to her before. Over the next few weeks, Zoya kept returning, this time with intentional, bike problems. Flat tires, loose bolts. Aeon was no fool. He knew she was making excuses. But he never asked why. He enjoyed her company. One evening, she brought tea from the city's most expensive cafe. Aeon, sipping it from a plastic cup, laughed. "You're definitely not from around here." That night, she confessed. She was the CEO of ZV Group, a multi-billion-dollar global tech company. A lonely billionaire whose money attracted everyone but genuine kindness. "I was visiting towns like this, looking for someone real." Aeon was stunned, not because she was rich, but because she had hidden it so well. "And, have you found someone?" he asked. Zoya smiled, eyes locked with his. "I think I have. But love, like machines, needs more than good parts, it needs work." Zoya offered to take Aeon with her to the city, to live in her world. But Aeon was torn. He had his life here. His shop, his community, and his pride. "I can't just leave this behind. This garage, it's who I am." Zoya didn't argue. She just nodded. For days, she didn't return. The garage felt emptier than ever. Aeon tried to forget her, but her presence lingered in every corner. Then, one morning, he arrived to find a team of workers outside his garage. Painters, welders, engineers. A shiny new sign read, "Aeon's Auto and Innovation Center, sponsored by ZV Foundation." Zoya stood nearby, holding a cup of tea. "I figured, if you won't come to my world, I'll help expand yours." He stared, speechless. "This is still your garage," she said. "Just upgraded, for the dreamer who gave without asking." Tears welled in Aeon's eyes. "I didn't fix your bike for any of this." "I know," she whispered. "That's why you deserve everything." Years later, the garage had grown into a full training center for underprivileged mechanics. Zoya and Aeon ran it together, him in overalls, her in sneakers. They weren't just building machines. They were building lives. Love had arrived not with diamonds or drama, but with oil-stained hands, warm tea, and a bike that broke down at just the right moment. Moral: true wealth isn't in what you own, it's in who you are when no one is watching. And sometimes, love finds you when you're simply doing good, without expecting anything in return.